Well, hi everyone. I'm here with Amy Jo Wentz from KWCH Channel 12. And for all of our remarkable retailers out there, I just want to say that we are a small business in a very small town. We have a retail store, Adrian's Boutique, in Buhler, Kansas. And Amy Jo has been our rep for, we can't even remember how long. But I just wanted to talk to you today. I think that there's the mindset in small retailers that they can't afford TV advertising. And you know, you came in years and years ago and just laid it all out for me and saw that I really can afford to advertise on TV, and it's a very effective dollars spent.
It's probably a misperception in a lot of different markets, especially in a market where you live in a small town. And so to reach a lot of people, you've got to be on a TV station because you can reach more people with television than anything else. The cost is normally a concern to people. But if you look at CPMs, which is cost per thousand, your investment dollars to reach each person, it's probably the cheapest effective medium you actually can use. And with Buhler, you know, you're not on the beaten path to anywhere. Unfortunately,
No.
you know, you're a small town, and so people are coming to Buhler. You don't have 40,000 people setting right here.
Right.
You have 60,000 people in Reno County. And so you've got to reach those people. And on Channel 12, TV is very effective. We can get those people to come here to shop, and people still like a local message, and
Absolutely.
I do think they like the local shopping feel of it. They like coming to a small town to shop, but you're right, the perception is it's too expensive, and it really isn't. Any marketing can be very effective or very ineffective depending on its message. Also depending on, you know, the means of what you're trying to do. Is it a good product are we selling?
Right.
And I think one thing that you've done that's, you know, been, I think worked probably the best for you is that you have been consistent with your marketing.
And that's where I
every
was going to
single
go.
month. And
Yeah.
seasonally, a lot of people think I can only afford to be on being a retailer, you know, in November, December. Where actually, that's not when you need to be on. You
Right.
need to be on before that, getting those people, getting to know your product, why they should drive to Buhler to shop with you. And just the marketing, you know, year-round overflows. Television is very useful for web advertising, and I think a lot of people are very surprised about that. But they'll see you, and now people will just Google and see your website, and it works very well together. Because if they want to learn more, you know, consumers are much more savvy now, and they'll research you and see
Sure.
if you're worth the drive to come there. So
Oh,
I think it works
absolutely.
well with, you know, all of your different mediums that you can do, especially the web. And you've got a great Facebook page, and you have a great website that people can learn more about your hours and things that you do. And you know, the investment dollars can be, you know, minimal. I always tell people, you know, start with where you're comfortable and you can sleep at night.
Absolutely.
You don't ever want to think that you're far-reaching for it. And you don't have to be on the whole month in television to be effective. You know, a lot of my clients are only on 2 weeks out of the month. But to people, it seems like they're on all the time because they're consistent with what they have going on.
Right.
And I think that's it. And it's not so much how many spots you get on television, you know, especially, it's the programming of where you're running them and reaching those people who are your audience. You know, your demos 25 plus, are they skewed more women or men? And things like that to take into consideration. You can't just say, I'm going to buy 50 spots and it's going to work, because
Right.
50 spots isn't going to work. 50 spots placed correctly would work. 25 spots may work just as, you know, effective if they're, you know, placed in the, you know, places where you can get your consumers to come see you. And I think that's the whole relationship thing, that you have to feel like you get someone who understands where you're going and where you're comfortable. And there may be times at the year that maybe you spend more than ever, you know, your level of spendings may change. And, you know, that's great, and that works. You just have to make sure that you have a consistent plan on your marketing, and you work with someone who really gets who you're trying to get to walk in through your door.
Right. And I think that's what I so appreciate about you, is that I don't watch TV. And so I rarely even see our ads. But you know the demographics of who is watching the shows. You know where to place our ads so that they are the most effective. And I think the other key you already talked about, and that's just consistency. Just making that commitment for not just 6 months or 1 year, but knowing that it's a long-term marriage between your company, KWCH, and our company. Knowing that we stand behind each other, we have each other's back, and that you're always looking for the best places to place us. And you know, if you're working with a car dealer or a restaurant or, you know, a garden center, any other thing, you're also working to get them placed in the best place that they want to be. And so I just feel like Adrian's would not have the success that we have had. And I think for our retail following out there, people that are wanting to be a remarkable retailer, I feel like that television has to be in your back pocket. I think it has to be something that you commit to and do on a very consistent basis. So, Amy Jo, how can we get a hold of you, or how can retailers get a hold of you?
You can just call my cell number. It's always easiest now with technology, and that is 316-706-8626, 316-706-8626. Call me on my cell. I'm always available. I'll return your call. I'd love to meet with someone, and it's more of a partnership because we're not successful unless you're successful.
Absolutely.
And that's the way it works, and it doesn't do me any good just to take your money and run, and that's not the way we do business. And I've been doing this a long time, and I'm sure not planning on, starting to quit soon.
So I think for you, both if you're in retail or if you're in any other kind of business out there, I would certainly give Amy Jo a call and see what she can do for you. And we've stayed consistent with KWCH. We've had opportunities to go with a lot of other stations, and we're going to be talking to people that are in other markets. But I would say that too has been a key to our success, is that we chose what we feel like is the best.
Unfortunately, you can't afford, especially in a smaller, store or location or town, you can't afford to do everyone. Not that you don't want to do everyone, and that wouldn't work, but for your investment dollars to actually be effective and work, I would definitely, stick with one TV station for an investment level for at least a year.
At least.
To see where people are coming from, to track things, and you'll be able to see people coming from different directions, different zip codes, different people you haven't seen that say, I see you on TV, I'm coming here. If you do your research, hopefully you have a good marketing plan and it works and it's worth your investment dollars.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I appreciate you taking a minute to talk to us today, and I think that people will get some good information out of this little message.